warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Chief District Officers enforces odd even rules for vehicles in Kathmandu Valley. Decisions also applies for two-wheelers. NOC hikes price of petroleum products. Price of petrol cost Rs 139 per litre. Government confirms 10,052 new cases of coronavirus. Virus claimed 4 more lives yesterday. Deadly bomb blast targets Lahore's shopping districts. At least 2 people reported to have been killed and 26 injured in the incident. Diogo Jota fires Liverpool into Carabao Cup final. The Reds forward has scored 14 goals this season. And now the news in detail. In order to prevent coronavirus infection, a forceful system will be implemented in Kathmandu Valley from 12 noon to night. A joint meeting of the Chief District Officers of Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur has decided to implement odd-even system in public and private vehicles. Chief District Officer of Lalitpur, Ghanashyam Upadhyaya, informed that strict action has been taken against public and private vehicles as per the procedure of smart lockdown. The decision will also apply to two-wheelers. The administration has stated that the previous rules of not allowing more than 2 passengers than the seat capacity, including the requirement of mask, are still in force. Nepal Oil Corporation NOC has increased the price of petroleum products effective from Thursday midnight, while the state-owned fuel supplier has increased the price of petrol, kerosene and diesel by 3 rupees per litre respectively. Price of cooking gas has remained unchanged. Similarly, aviation turbine fuel ATF price of domestic airlines has been increased by 5 rupees a litre. ATF price for international carriers has been increased by $100 per kiloliter. With this fresh adjustment in fuel price, diesel and kerosene will cost Rs 122 litre each, while petrol will cost Rs 139 per litre. Following the adjustment, LPG will cost Rs 1,475 per cylinder. Likewise, ATF for domestic airline companies and foreign airlines companies will now cost Rs 106 per litre, $995 per kiloliter respectively. The government yesterday confirmed 10,052 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 887,769, while the number of active cases has increased to 25,680. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 815,653 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,632 after the virus claimed 4 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 51 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 70.40 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 38.21 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 342.86 million people across the world and claimed over 5.58 million lives. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 2 people have been killed and dozens more wounded after an explosion in a busy shopping district in the eastern Pakistani city of Lahore, police say. The explosion took place in the Lahori Gate area, a densely packed neighborhood consisting of small shops packed into narrow crisis-crossing streets. On Thursday afternoon, police spokesperson Nayab Haider told Al Jazeera. The deaths of 2 people are confirmed, he said, adding that 4 of the wounded were in critical condition. Hospital officials at Lahore's Magh hospital, where the wounded were being treated, confirmed the death toll and said at least 26 people had been wounded in the blast. Television footage showed police officials cordoning off blast site with forensic teams gathering evidence. You are watching Janata Bulletin and now the latest from the world of sports. Liverpool reached their first Wembley final for 6 years as a double from world-class striker Diogo Jota set up a Wembley date with Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Jota brilliantly filled the gaps left by Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane away at the Africa Cup of Nations as his lethal finishing wrecked Arsenal's trophy hopes for the season after a goalless semi-final first leg at Anfield. Arsenal started impressively, Alexandra hitting the woodwork from a free kick, but Liverpool stuck after 19 minutes when Jota scoffed shot after a fine run beating scrambling Arsenal keeper Aaron Ramsdale. The absence of Salah and Mane was bemoaned when Liverpool drew a blank against Arsenal's defeat 10 men in a semi-final first leg at Anfield, but there were no such complaints here with Jota the match winner. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Chief District Officers enforces odd even rule for vehicles in Kathmandu Valley. Decisions also applies for two-wheelers. NOC hikes price of petroleum products. Price of petrol cost Rs 139 per litre. Government confirms 10,052 new cases of coronavirus. Virus claimed 4 more lives yesterday. Deadly bomb blast targets Lahore's shopping district. At least 2 people reported to have been killed. Diogo Jota fires Liverpool into Carabao Cup final. The Reds forward has scored 14 goals this season. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamajah.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.